lot of people looking to play. I see Freyan looking to play, and here we go. That's gonna be Freyan's Y versus Universal Quantifier first. And let's pick up the action for our first match. So, a Billy Mirror match coming up, and I'm looking right now.
I'm gonna find you some fun.
Game volume is much lower, so now the game volume should be okay on your side of things. Now it's okay, thanks. Mukwa Video Couple on India, welcome both to the Twitch chat. And the reason for the huge volume is that these games are all on very different volumes, and it's very difficult to manage that without somebody actually coming into the other end of things and listening out. I can get a microphone output straight from the mic, but I don't get the game audio into that, so it's difficult for me to do by myself. But hey, thanks for joining the chat, and let's enjoy the matches with UQ taking the first win there with a C rank. No super finish there. Now we have Freyan with a full neglect, see if he's able to actually use his S-power. But I see that Universal is coming out with a lot of aggression and a lot of damage. Very efficient at zoning his zone play with Billy, utilizing his reach very effectively, but he's also pushing in with his very safe attacks. No anti-air there, but actually a nice mix-up into a big 6-hit combo. That's the first damage option you're gonna see for the game. Oh, and here you see the unique mechanic of this game. Ring-outs are definitely possible, and ring-outs do happen. There are specific attacks that you can do at the edge of the board, and you can get a ring-out. So, Universal Quantifier up by 1. Let's see if Freyan can go to ring-outs this time. He will need to bring out some offense of his own, since it seems that Billy's attacks are pretty difficult to punish against. And I think I should point out that supers in this game are very effective in causing damage. Okay, bring out danger coming in here. UQ pushing Freyan's Billy to the edge. That's a fair combo. And I think now Freyan is within one combo distance or one super distance of going down definitely now. We're not gonna be seeing too much throwing out of these characters as UQ takes the first match. No, actually no, he didn't take the first match, he took the first round of the second match. And there you saw the first 3D dodge of this match, with the super coming out for Freyan, and UQ moving to the background to dodge it. So that's a safe way to dodge supers, even though that you can jump over, you can just 3D dodge into the background. So I think both players are still getting used to the dodge mechanics here, as we are now seeing more dodges in the second match. Yeah, strong showing from the Universal Quantifier. And as soon as Freyan got close there, a distancing throw and back onto the offense. Freyan looking to read those jump-ins, but we don't seem to was struggled by Levico. So even after all those anti-air moves, UQ decided to jump in and got punished for it. And I think this is gonna be a timeout. All that Freyan is doing is play it safe for the next 2 seconds and he's gonna time it up. There we go. So we are even going into the last match of the second round. Win here for UQ and he moves forward and Freyan drops to the loser's bracket. But if Freyan takes it, it's gonna be a fresh match. And Freyan actually doing a good job in the beginning. 3D dodge into a rush attack. Well done there from UQ utilizing the unique mechanic of the game. 4 hits. I'm amazed that the actually was last hit connected. It didn't look like it would have comboed, but the combo was pretty lenient. Into that. Big anti-air too bad, it was too far and didn't connect. And Universal Quantifier takes it home, moving up for the first match of the tournament. Good showing from Freyan. It wasn't a blowout, so well played there. I'm not super surprised with the result, but that's the first BD game moving up. So Yuku is gonna be fighting in the 5th match of the series against Dandy Sokaku. And for the second match, we are gonna see the grand sponsor Ninlia fighting as Devest Tuttu, playing Blue Mary, fighting against Lumiyama's Joe Higashi. Let's see if I can pick up the action immediately. Not yet, but I see that. Well, Devest Tuttu is now looking for much, yeah. We are ready to go, and I think the players are ready to challenge each other right as we speak. So let's wait a second and see. I should be able to pick up the match very soon. Next week we're gonna have some wrestling games, so that's a nice jumping point if you want to join us. It's a game that you can very easily pick up and start playing, and you're gonna have a lot of fun with it, so feel free to join the community if you are into wrestling games. So let's get right back into the action with the character selects done. Blue Mary with Devesa Tutuninlia on the left and Joe Higashi with Lumiyama on the right. Oh, I'm surprised that Blue Mary was able to jump over the Hurricane Powder. That's a high jump. The game has hops and high jumps. Looking for the fast ring out. Joe is already at an edge of ring out there with the elevator being a ring out position, but fighting his way back with that being anti-airplay there. Damage is still pretty even, and now the ring out danger is not as immune. Four-hit combo with that low rush, finishing out with a huge damage shot with Blue Mary. That's a good combo to go with. Hurricane uppercut connecting. And Joe now being a little bit more defensive with his low health, but yeah. Really nicely for connecting. And I don't think that it's single. Now it's a single super range. One super from either character or one throw. It's down to the wire 1 second left. And Lumiyama takes it. With a surprise connection there. Jumping up with the kick. And Blue Mary coming down, I think it was with a punch, losing up to the rising kick. So Lumiyama up by 1. Devesta Tutuninlia coming back with a strong early combo start. Punishing that special. The Blue Mary up by I think half a bar. Skeletor's having the yellow and red bars, so 2 bars of health with no disruption in play in the middle. As you see, the red bar is pretty good there at the top. Meters for every fall. There is a Ninja, and there we see the super throw. Huge damage on that throw. I don't think that Lumiyama knew that he was in mortal danger with that health pool, but that was a neat throw. 1-1 now. Very close for this first match. I know for a fact that Devesta Ninja has been playing this game for at least a decade on and off, so he's a very knowledgeable player of this game. Very familiar with all the characters, all the movesets. So it's interesting to see what mix-ups Lumiyama can bring into the table. At least he can bring huge damage through Joe into the match. I think Joe being a big normal, big specials kind of guy, where Blue Mary will do huge damage on combos. Big overhead connecting, and Blue Mary in mortal danger with 16 seconds left. Lumiyama is not looking to a timeout here though, so he's coming in with the attack and might just want to play defensive. He's still got 4 seconds left to pick on the puck and he will win this. Yeah, and now he's playing for the clock, so he read the same thing. With 5 seconds left he decided to play safe and took the time win. Hey, a win is a win. The time on this game is pretty short, even compared to the damage that the characters are putting out. Personally, I hope to see damage outs, maybe secondary, the ring outs, and then last are these. The last option are these timeouts. So let's see who takes it. Who takes it? Joe with big damage then, and another 3D attack coming in. Now some close-up play with neither of the starters actually followed up by combos, so just basically playing with big normals. And I think in this game it's pretty difficult to actually start a combo with coming out from the top layer or coming down from the top layer or coming up from the bottom layer. It's difficult to start a combo even if you connect with a hit there. It's much easier to start a combo by connecting a hit on just the neutral layer and hitting from there. Joe bringing home the bacon. Fighting level C, but hey, that's a win. One more. Lumihama looking to take the whole series home with maybe one more win. And I would expect to see some more aggression from Terveesta to Ninlia. Let's see what we can do. If you're wondering about my use of pronouns, I think that Ninlia actually has his pronouns up on his Twitter, so it should all be fine. Big damage from Bloomery, and being very defensive, dodging all the big attacks that Joe is pushing out. And some dodging play coming in there with a connection. And a throw to finish. Well done there by Davis to Ninlia. Actually spicing up his play a little bit. To bring the second match to a 1-1. Definitely looking to tie the series. Big rising tightening, whipping there and punished with a combo of 4. That's a lot of damage coming in with the 4 combo. And as you see there, dodge to the upper layer, coming down with that knee attack and no combo there. Same with the aerials. In these older fighting games you're not gonna have much aerial combo action coming, so if the characters hit up a tiger knee or a similar move and they launch the opponent, you're not gonna see many follow-up air attacks coming out of those. So either doing your combos on the ground, but if you do a launch, you're not gonna be able to rush up and follow the other character. So Dragon Ball fighters, this is not laying out time. I think Rimmer is leading, not anymore, now it's all even. One more attack is gonna settle it, yep. And with that throw, Mary takes the game with the timeout. So well read move there. And both players were definitely playing against the clock, seeing who has the more health, and since it wasn't clear, both went in for attack, and Ninlia had the better read with the throw, bringing the series to a tie. So, last match of the series, it's best of 3, and this is now the third match. So the winner of these two, or the winner of these 3 rounds, depending how it goes, is gonna move on the brackets. And the winner is gonna face the winner of Mukutuski's match. So my or Yamazaki there. And I think Ninja has been improving his play from the very beginning. And now connecting very softly with the damage. Neat up. And that throw has a huge hitbox. It basically connects to the arm of the opposing character, so if you have an outreached attack, or if you are in a neutral position, even, that throw has a huge reach, and it's a surprising throw. You'd think that the opposing character needs to be on top of you, but it doesn't. It just needs to connect from very far away, and you're gonna get the throw out of it. That punch rush didn't connect. Maybe it was closer into the vault combo, I suppose so. Like you see here, 6-hit auto combo with that special move. But if the opposing character is a little bit too far away, you are not gonna see an automatic combo from it. So not terrible reach, but it's an automatic 6-hit combo for big damage. Some 3D action coming in. And now back on the even level. Let's see if Joe can get close, or Lumiyama can get close with his Joe. Try to get too close and you get thrown. That little bit of help didn't really matter that much. Easy to bring into one hit to finish. Alright. That's all she wrote, and Terveesta to Ninlia is gonna move ahead on the brackets. Let's update and see what we have. We have Ninlia taking Lumiyama, and now we have Mukku versus Tuskis. Mukku, the previous champion, facing a newcomer Tuskis. Tuskis, of course, not a newcomer to fighting games in general, and definitely not a newcomer to this fighting game in particular. but a newcomer for this series of tournaments. Or maybe he was in the very earlier matches, but I didn't see him for the last few weeks, so let's just consider him a newcomer. He's been talking a big game, so let's see him bring in some big plays here. That's gonna be Mai versus Yamasaki, and let's refresh our fight gate and let's see if we have the match ready to start. Mukku is there waiting for match. And I think we're gonna have the match start very soon. See if we have any updates on Discord. Yeah, they've called out Tuskis for his match. Actually, since Angra is what I think is Dandy is playing with his fight game nickname Angra, I don't think I actually even see Tuskis here in the brackets. So I think we're gonna have a delay for the third match with Tuskis not online. Tuskis should be up against his opponent who is ready and waiting there on the fight gate side of things. So I think now is a point time to take a little rehydration break while we wait for Tuskis to come online. A video couple is pointing out that it's okay since we're gonna be playing Dandy versus Universal Quantifier because Tuskis is MIA, so we're gonna change the order just a little bit. So Dandy versus Universal Quantifier. Let's check my brackets here. That's gonna be our quarterfinals match. So this would be match number 5 since we don't have the losers bracket set up. To know what's gonna happen in the losers bracket, we're gonna need to see the result of Mukku versus Tuskis match. So we're gonna play the Dandy versus UQ match first, so that's gonna be the first Sokaku of the evening. Actually, sorry, that's the only Sokaku of the evening, playing against UQ's Deadly Billy Kane. And here we go, the match is ready to start. Let's click right in and enjoy some more real Bout Fatal Fury action. Character selects done. We have Universal Quantifier with Billy Kane on the left and Angra with his Sokaku on the right. Not a mirror match anymore. Sokaku being a tricky character, I think. His projectile attacks seem quite strange. He's gonna throw in some metal junk, what do you call that? And some little goblins, I suppose. So Sokaku has an interesting moveset, to put it politely. But that's no use against the aggression coming in from Universal Quantifier. And hey, the first fighting level B we see here. That was a fast match with heavy damage output and UQ gets the D rating. Sokaku trying to get it close and gets thrown with a follow-up attack. Extra damage. That lightning attack has huge damage. If you want to punish that ghost attack, you need to punish the standing character that's left behind, not the ghosts that he sends out. So you have to be on the lookout for Sokaku's attack there. And we saw Sokaku try for that lightning wall attack when Billy Kane jumped up, but the wind gap was too long and Billy was able to bring in the damage. So 1-up for Universal Quantifier versus Angra. Angra, being a newcomer to these tournaments as well, facing up against some steep opposition. And since his character lock, he'll need to pick up Sokaku again. Let's see what he's learned from the first match. At least he's taking it a little bit more slowly, beating out his opponent more. But coming in, gets rewarded with a 4-hit combo, followed up by pressure. And now being backed off into the corner. The Universal Quantifier reading that 3D play well and punishing on that return with the first layer. That's ring out danger, but not necessary with the 6-hit finish. So Universal Quantifier with a double A play there is looking to take home the win in a straight up 4 wins. Goblins coming out from either Sokaku's kimono, or what do you call that? Jacket, I suppose? Or robe. Better go with robe. So Sokaku's ending up goblins out of his robe. He's got some very graphically intensive or graphically interesting moves. Big ghastly apparitions and goblins and what have you coming out, so definitely a traditional Bout character. Oh well, maybe this. I haven't really seen any Japanese monks in real life. regardless. Big damage both players with the meters up, but Aura definitely under pressure in the corner. And now one hit to finish it off. Oh, the cheap damage from the super will also do. So Universal quantified with a strong play, strong showing, taking a 2-0 win there. Yeah, that's rough. So, bit of a warning from Yuku there, hoping to bring in home the win. And I think Yuku actually took some second place finishes. No, just one. He came in second on the King of Fighters 96 tournament that we had on the 4th of November. So let's see what we're gonna have on the brackets. Reading out the normal order of plays, we should have Mukku versus Tuskis now. I hope Tuskis is online, since we need him to decide what's happening on the losers bracket side of things and who's gonna play against Ninja's Blue Mary. But I think if Tuskis doesn't actually join soon, they are gonna give a bye to both players. So Lumiahma on the losers bracket would get a bye if Tuskis doesn't show up, and then who would get a bye here? The winners of the starting bracket side of things. So big changes in the brackets if Tuskis doesn't show up. He's been pinged on Discord, so I wonder why isn't he online? Maybe something personal came up, who knows? Or maybe he's just too afraid of the awesome level of competition that we are seeing here today. Regardless of the reason, I see that he's not ready here on Fightgate, so the next match is not ready to begin yet. I think that a patience is a virtue that you can still practice even when you are growing older, if you're already an adult. So we are all practicing our patience now. And Video Grapple is calling it no sign of Tuskis, so Mukku gets a bye. Yeah, so that would be Mukku moving up against Ninja. Fight number 6 coming up would be Ninja's Blue Mary and Mukku's Mai Shiranui. So Mukku gets to fight the already warmed up Ninja with his Mai. Mukku I see is online, at least hi to you there on Twitch chat. So let's get ready for your match. Waiting. I see that Devesta to Ninja is already ready. And so actually I see that Mukku is also looking to play there on Fightgate. So both players ready. I think we should see the match pop online very shortly. I think I can count down from 3 and will be in the match by the time I'm done. Let's try it out. 3, 2, 1, match. Yeah, okay, no match there. So let's see if you have any extra information there on Discord. Nothing. We are all getting much patience practice today, but not an issue. We expected today's tournament to run for the better part of an hour, and with this little extra time that we are taking, it's a nice time to consider the game a little deeper. Did you know that this is the first real Bout fighting game? But it's definitely not a first game of its ilk, or of its genre, or of its family. This is basically very similar, especially visually, to the Fatal Fury 3. But more facts about that later. I see that we have another game starting, and this is actually a Angra versus Lumia fight. Yeah, well, of course, obviously. So this is gonna be the losers bracket match with Sokaku and Joe Hikashi fighting it out. Let me double check if you all are gonna game footage. Probably yes, you are. So sorry about that. I got word that Tuskis just got disqualified from these matches. So we are going to play the brackets out for what we have left. So it's a 6-player tournament in the end. There we see a huge 11-hit rush combo from Sokaku. And he definitely needed that, being down on the damage. Hurricane upper connecting, but just with the second hit. It's very possible, depending on your range, to just connect one or none of the hits from multi-hit combos or multi-hit supers or specials. One throw, or even some special hit splash damage, but the 3D attack takes the win for Sokaku. So, Angra looking to move ahead in the brackets. Should Angra win here, he'll move to face... We'll see, I think he'll move to face... Rayon or winner of another losers bracket match. So should Angro win here, he'll have to fight in the losers bracket just a little bit longer. But definitely both players looking to claw their way up back from the losers bracket here. Interesting gameplay there. And that wasn't a combo, it was actually a auto combo of 4 from the special and another 2 with combo. And Sokaku with his supers puts out or specials, puts out huge combo numbers, but they are not the most damaging in the game. The aircraft there does hurt harder. Like you see there, that's a 7-hit combo, but since it's a special move, it's an auto combo, it doesn't do amazing damage. It is good damage though, and definitely enough to take the sea-level fighting win here. So, Lumiyama having his work cut out for him. Both players are facing elimination if they happen to lose here. So, second fight of the best of 3 here. First hits to Sokaku and Angra. Let's see how we proceed from there. Missed with the special. And with these guys we are seeing a little bit more airplay here. Against the Billy, against Unified Conqueror's Billy, I think jumping was a dangerous proposition. But maybe Joe's anti-air isn't that easy to actually pull off. Might be a charge, of course. I'm not super knowledgeable on all the inputs of this game, but I do know that some of the special inputs in this game are actually pretty stringent, and they are very difficult to pull off. So, definitely a fighting game that needs quite a bit of finesse. Especially if you want to use your meter effectively. Let's see if I can bring out that. Maybe I hop in danger or ringed out, but it's away from the edge of danger. Lumiyama being Finnish meaning a snow wolverine for all those of you who want to know Finnish. And who wouldn't? Angra, obviously not a Finnish word, but Lumiyama is. Looking pretty tempting. Neither player wanting to actually commit to an all-out offense, afraid of being punished. 8 seconds left on the clock. If no offense comes in, oh, it's even now. So I don't know who's gonna win if it goes to the clock. But Lumiyama made sure that it's him. So timeout victory goes to Lumiyama. That's obviously a fighting level C win. Lumiyama will need to take another win here to reset the matches to 1-1. Starting out strong, maybe he can do it. Hope he does it. I like seeing even and close fighting game matches. And of course, obviously I want to see all players having fun and doing their best. So it's always nice when the fights are not complete blowouts but tight matches. After the very quick first rounds, both players have now taken their time to read out the opponent a little bit better and playing a little bit more defensively. So we definitely see a change of pace coming into these last rounds of the match. Nice to see, of course, both players improving their play as the game progresses. And the Goblins connect! Joe was blocking, but maybe he dropped the block or gave an input. But I'm surprised to see the Goblins connect there. I thought that was a defense for sure. Regardless, the Goblins are enough for Angra to drop out Lumiyama from the bracket, so Sokaku is moving up. And the next match is gonna be Ninja's Blue Merit facing Mukkusmair Shiranui. And since Tuskis with his Yamazaki got disqualified from the tournament, it's gonna be the first match for reigning champion. I know that both these players have been practicing very hard during the midweek break from these tournaments, so we should be seeing some high quality play here. At least I hope so. Hope you guys are listening in. I just called you play high level, so hoping for good fun match here. Let's see if the players are ready. Devsattu Ninja is ready and Mukku is also ready, so we should be seeing our match very shortly. The winner of this match will fight against Yukio and his very deadly Billy Kane. So regardless of who wins here, the next match of either of these players is going to be a rough one. And Video Grappler, you are right, it's you versus Mukku. So when I'm calling out and when you're seeing on the fight screens, it's gonna be Devestä tuttu on Ninlia, and his Twitch nick is Video Grapple. So if you're wondering about that, if you're confused, that's just Video Grapple playing as Devestä tuttu on Ninlia. And I see that we have quite a few plays going on and the match has started. So maybe I dropped the ball there for a second. I was chilling out, but no big loss. The match has just started. Very tentative looking play. The fan throw, I think it's Katsuken from Mai, actually hurts quite a bit when it connects fully. Pretty dangerous move there, for just being a regular projectile. Not all the characters have a normal Street Fighter style regular thrown projectile, but Mai definitely does. Corner pressure with mixed up throws, good play there. And Mai tried to go for the dynamite but couldn't actually connect with 3D dodge, eating out the move. And that's a saved super. Not easily punished. 3 seconds left on the clock. And the combo there, even if it was blocked, led to take the time out win. So Mukku up the first round of this first match of the best of 3. Ninja attack player who will learn to read his opponent as the match progresses, so I think that Mukku won't be able to do the same thing that he's been doing for the first round to take the win for the second round. You know, we see that deadly Bloomery throwing game coming in there. It's a definite mix-up when Bloomery takes to the skies. Maybe you're gonna see a kick, maybe you're gonna see a throw, but Bloomery has got quite a few throwing options. Mai of course has those fan hits, dive kick attack type of air rush, and of course the projectile. And as you see there, that special move has a large pushback on the opponent, so it's not easy to punish. Pretty safe move overall, even if it doesn't connect. Big damage if it connects. All the supers in this game do huge damage. And we're gonna see a second timeout win. Bloomery being just a little bit too tentative, or Mukku being very defensive, and saving his health to take the double timeout win, playing with the turquoise Mai. So out of the best of 3, the first match goes to Mukku. Let's see if Ninja can even it out. Hope so. Diving attack actually followed up by another third hit on the low for the combo. Cosmo, welcome to the chat. Yeah, he's our reigning champion and definitely one of the players to watch out for. But I'm not sure if Mukku is gonna have an easy match. Even if he takes this, he's gonna have a hard time facing Universal Qualifiers or Yuki's Billy. That's gonna be a difficult match for either of these players, regardless of who wins. Fast on the throw there. Bloomery wanted to close the distance and do some combo damage up close, and Mai followed it up with a quick throw to increase the distance again. So good throwing play coming in there from Mukku and Mai. As you see, the chip damage, even on a 4-hit combo, the chip damage in this game it's pretty much non-existent. The supers do so much damage that they have considerable chip, but the regular combos or even special moves, the combos don't do much chip damage. Either it's big normals, combos, or especially supers if you are doing big damage. Unlike some other games that we played, throwing is not the ultimate damage source in this game, so it's better to combo if you can. Another player connecting there, and the first throw brings the damage in. I think I called it correctly when I said Vulnias is learning to read his opponent more carefully, and now leading in the damage. 10 seconds left on the clock, so I think Ninja is good at reading the clock, and now it's starting to play defensive now. Just playing for a few defensive moves, waiting for the time to go out, and there we go. Ninja takes the first round of the second match. And what we've seen here is all timeout wins, only timeout wins. Hoping that now one of the players can bring in the damage and actually do a proper damage win instead of the damage, or betting that a ring out win. That would be fun to see as well. But this field is pretty wide, this playing field is rather wide, so ring outs are not very common here. And one thing to note is that not all the maps are equal. So for example, the subway map is very narrow compared to this, and ring outs are much more common there. Now my up to the edge, with the board shaking a little bit more, and there's gonna be a ring out. But no, fighting out with pressure coming out of the corner there, and trading places, so definitely no danger of ring out there. 15 seconds on the clock, I think players will be mindful of the clock running out. Timeouts are a definite possibility here. Let's see if Blue Murray can do a little bit more damage just to secure it. It's too close to call now. And that combo, not enough. Yeah, my takes the win with another timeout. That's the 4th timeout in a row. Man, timeout wins all around. And Mukku being the player to look out for, wanting to keep his champion's title for the 4th game in a row. The prizes here of the tournament are great. You're gonna win a ticket for some orange juice or an awesome dinosaur toy. If you happen to be in Tampere, you can join these champions when they go and claim the orange juice in the Safe File restaurant in Tampere. Or if they opt for the dinosaur toy, then you can ask them for a picture for it, or maybe join the Discord community, Karate Pirtti or Karate Hut, if you want to connect with these players and maybe play a game of your own. But with that done, the losers bracket quarterfinals, the winners bracket quarterfinals are done, and Ninja will be moving to the losers bracket side of things, where he will now immediately have to fight against Freyan's Billy Kane. So we're gonna see Ninja, or TVstä tuttu Ninja, fighting against Freyan again, and they are ready and starting immediately. So let's pick up the action where we left off. Freyan had a rough time in the winners side of things in the early matches of the bracket against Yu-Gi-Oh! Spirit. So let's see if Ninja can drop one Billy here and then move the face up against another Billy later in the tournament. Wouldn't that be something? Yep. Definitely trying with the 5 combo, bringing in big damage. India with the Mika ready. Both players with the Mika ready. Let's see if we're gonna see a super throw come in. Just a regular one. Mika's down. Timed out. Mika's down. Mary Billy still has Mika left. And it connects. But that was too far away, and just the last hit connected, so no awesome damage there. If you don't do that as a part of a combo with a hit starter, then you need to be very close for that anti-AWD damage. TVstä tuttu Ninja with a Mary takes the win. Big airplay punished because it didn't connect. Blue Mary moving up just a single hop and was able to start off with the damage. Now a real ring out danger at the edge of the big Billy here. Well fought out of the corner, but immediately thrown back into the ring out danger. But TVstä tuttu Ninja taking his time and actually taking some breathing space. I think he's worried about the meter that his opponent has and waiting for the meter to time out. And now that's done, he should be moving back into the offense. So Ninja definitely had the time there. Ninja had the time there to read out his opponent's meter, but maybe didn't read out the clock that well. There's 15 seconds left and he's low. So Rumor will need to do some damage here for the last 10 seconds. And with the time pressure, bringing in extra offense, Billy was able to take the win with a counter attack. I think that both players will want to start the damage a little bit earlier here. Immediately meters up for both players. And not connecting. Pretty tight hitboxes for this game, as neither of those hits connected. In some other games, those hits would have traded or another level of 1, but in this game it was just a simple disconnection. India preparing that heavy 2-hit punish for most of those air wheels by Billy. We see a definite difference here between Universal Quantifier speed play and Rayon speed play, where Rayon is moving more and jumping more and playing less of a zoning game, and the way that they bring in the offense is very different compared to between these two Billy players. So that's interesting to see. Mary taking the win here. Okay, up by 1 match. Let's press the continue button and see if Ninja is ready to pray it out of the tournament. Whatever happens here, the winner of this match is gonna be playing against Sokaku, with Devesa to Ninja being up by 1. Looking for the immediate ring out. Big damage on the combos, pushing the opponent to the edge of the board with a stun there even. Is this gonna be a perfect win? No. Different opinion on Freyon's mind, starting the damage with a throw there. Strong offense followed up by rushing in, throw, take the win on a B-level win for Devesa to Ninja's Blue Belly. Both players jumping very heavily now. I wonder if Bloomer will find a big anti option there, but that throw will connect on an opponent even in the air and will do absolutely amazing damage. That's special throw. Huge damage there on Bloomer's specials, especially on that throw. Plenty of time left. Take it and Billy Kane with a big anti-air. Both hits connecting to large damage. Alright. Final round. Let's see if Rayon can reset the match just 1-1. Big airplay continuing with that long-reaching stick attack coming down from the air. Quite safe. I don't think Bloomery has a fast anti-air option to punish that. But she does have a throw. So well done there against a very offensive airplay. Big throwing coming in. Luckily this game isn't all dominated by throws. And Billy Kane is... Rayon is able to do it with his Billy Kane. We are now 1-1. So close series here in the losers bracket. So this is the decider. The loser is gonna drop from the tournament and the winner is gonna face Dandy Sokaku in the losers bracket semi-final. This being the losers bracket quarterfinals with Tuskis dropping out. I was sad to see Tuskis go. He talks a big talk but didn't walk the walk at all today with an unannounced drop out of the games. That's a pity. But let's get back to the action. Both players looking for the ring out certainly, when we are playing here next to the ball. But here is pretty sturdy and you have to do quite a bit of hitting against it to actually get the ring out on this stage. So instead it's easier to get the win by damage. Alright, combo there, and a throw taking it even. It's too close to go. Next big combo is going to win. Both players took the time to read. I think time is on Billy's and Rayon's side. Yeah, definitely now. He can just jump back and there's 5 seconds left. No. Yeah, not enough damage on the air punish and Billy takes the win. Final level C. One more for Rayon and he continues. Ninja will have to win 2. Let's see if Devastator Ninja can do it. Big reversal throw there. I see that Ninja is playing pretty confidently even close to the edge of the board. But Billy has so many pressuring options and damaging options. He's a very difficult character to be in the wrong zone against. Very good zoning character. Ninja now is just trying to leverage the 3D movement to his advantage. Now bringing the damage but it doesn't fail. And that's all she wrote. Blue Mary being thrown out of the screen and being thrown out of the tournament. So that's all she wrote for Ninja. Thank you, Nilia, for the matches. That's all. And the next game is gonna be Sokaku, who dropped Lumiyahma's Joe Higashi off the board, and that's gonna be Freyon with his Billy playing immediately against Dandy's Sokaku. So let's see if we can get another Goblin win here. Freyon is ready to play. Angra or Dandy is ready to play, so both players are ready. And I'm gonna keep my eye peeled on that playing to pick up the spectator mode for you guys, or for people, all you fine people. English not being my first language, so pardon my uncalled for pronouns there. And the match is ready to start, so let's pick up the action from this, I hope, character select screen. Yep, here we go. Friends Wave on the left with Pilikane versus Dandy or Angra on the right with Sokaku. Both players now warmed up and ready to play. Both have had some wins, both have had some losses, so they should be on top of their form now. Projectile connecting there, but the goblins not. So Sokaku has two very similar projectile options. Both are, the other one is not mines. Neither of them are gonna leave any junk on the board. It's just a straight up projectile attack. Both are gonna bounce off the ground and have long range, but just basic projectile attacks. So Sokaku is an interesting character in that he's got some special moves up close and a thrown projectile, or actually two thrown projectiles. And he was trying to throw the goblins out, but it was too long, the wind up was too long, and the projectiles didn't come out, and Billy was able to bring the damage to a danger close level. No punish on the projectile, but out of that jump, definitely Billy's gonna win in the air and take the first win home. Fighting level C win for Freyon here. 3 hits in the beginning and not much damage done by Billy with that 3-hit combo compared to Sokaku's 2-hit combo. Sokaku is a character with not as much reach as Billy, but with huge damage potential up close, especially if he can get a 4-hit combo going with a special move finisher at the end. So Sokaku can definitely put out the damage, even if he is close or a little bit behind. Billy will have to put in a lot of work and do a lot of damage, quite a few attacks, and zone throughout the match to be able to win. Goblins going out, Billy doing a crouch block there, making sure that they don't connect. I think you can still block those up high even if you want to. But Sokaku out with the 10-hit combo with damage, taking the C-level win. 1-1 now. Let's see. I think Angra is gonna play less of that projectile game, and he will want to get close to Billy. Definite risk of ring out there on the subway map. Ring outs are real danger. And if you're wondering about that big ghost attack, even the last frame where the big ghost comes out and yells, that's also another hit and does extra damage. So weird looking attack, but does huge damage. Billy is up by 1. First match of this best of 3 goes to Francois and his Billy. I wonder if we're gonna see Billy's all the way there in the finals. That'll be interesting to see a repeat of the Francois Billy versus Universal Quantifier Billy match. Universal Quantifier, of course, having rested for a little bit, but Universal Quantifier will have to face against Mukku before he moves into finals. So next up after this, we're gonna see the winners bracket, and it's going to be the match of the tournament, I suppose. Because the winners bracket is gonna allow for rematches if things go correctly. Billy with a perfect win there, immediate double A finish. Strong showing, looking to move up back to the semi-finals. Yeah, definite A game coming for Francois here. And Sokaku looking a little bit out of options after that double A finish, looking to be in danger. And right as I call it, he comes out with a big combo there. Bring the game to a closer status. Not enough though. Any super will chip out Sokaku here. So we need to bring in pure damage to win this. Now one super connecting is going to win this for Sokaku with all the damage. But Billy is too far away and Sokaku doesn't have the anti-air reach there. And Freyon takes the win. Good play there on the last match. Surprised to see the perfect win previously. thank you for playing. That's gonna be Angra or Dandy with the Sokaku thrown out of the tournament. And we are gonna have Universal Quantifiers Billy, so more Billy action coming in, facing against Mukku's Mai. The player to look out for facing the reigning champion for the first time in this tournament. Mukku got a bye in the first round, so he's had one match, and Yukio has already beaten two players 2-0. Let's see if the players are ready to go. Mukku is still looking for match, and so is Universal Quantifier. And right on schedule, both players are ready to start, so let's pick up the action where we left off. Mukku on the left, playing as Mai against Billy on the right. And probably Mukku is gonna pick the alternate color for his character. And as soon as I go out and say that he's gonna pick his alternate color, doesn't and takes the default color. That's Mukku for you. Usually playing on the alternate colors, but now we're gonna see the red Mai. The red man and the red flames. If Mai is played as the secondary turquoise color, Mai also has blue flames. Yeah, how that way goes. But you're gonna see a definite difference in the way Universal Quantifier plays his video. But Mukku is very capable of bringing in the offense and doing damage, getting in close. So let's see how this turns out. Definitely easier for Universal Quantifier in the beginning. Yukio thought that he could close after the first block, jumped in and couldn't. That's a long running super. Had an easy punish there. That was a well read out counter move. I wonder if that was actually read out and he had time to react to it, or maybe that was just a well-timed guess. But nice win, even though it's a single win, nice win there for the Universal Quantifier with a punish. Let's see if we have a ring out here. Billy will definitely do complete pressure play here, once the opponent is next to the corner. So Mukku will have to fight his way out. Well, gets thrown out, but still huge damage. Strong showing here from Universal Quantifier. Mukku couldn't punish that big air move, even though he blocked it with 5. Tough breaks there. Kapakatsuken is not gonna work. A single connection and the next is jump over. Very fast attacks coming in from Billy. With 7 seconds left on the clock, this one is gonna be a timeout victory for Billy. Yeah, no time left to pick up the ring out there, so that's gonna be yet another timeout in this tournament. One of the stronger opponents in this game, the clock. It's 60 seconds, but it's pretty fast 60 seconds. Let's see what changes Mukku will bring to his game plan for this next match. So far, not much, but definitely being a little bit more careful on the rushing ins, and still couldn't find a way to punish that jump in. We saw the same situation happen in the last game, where after the jump in happened and no punish, the next offense actually went to Mukku. So still, regardless of what happens on the jump down of that air attack, Mukku has been able to come out on top after it in the following exchange. So I wonder if Yukio dares to jump like that anymore. Maybe he doesn't have to, since he's already knocked Mai down. One more! And Yukio moves to the finals. But he will have to fight all the way there. I'm sure that Mukku is not gonna be in. Mukku is not going to be giving this out easily. Yeah, double 60 ticks. Yeah, 60 ticks is right. Not really seconds, just very short time windows there. 30 ticks left. And that's gonna be a very short 30 seconds for Mai to try to bring out some damage. At least not thrown out of the ring. But now, with 20 seconds left, there's not gonna be much time to get close and bring in the damage. But that 4-hit combo might be enough. Let's see if Mukku moves to the defense. Probably not. Bring out possibility next. The wall is down, any hit there will knock out, as it does. Yeah, Mukku was doing all the work in breaking down the barrier, and then Universal Quantifier was able to move to the other side and do the ring out there. That's Universal Quantifier with his scary Billy play moving up to the finals. But before that, we are going to see another match on the losers bracket with Mukku facing Freyon's Billy. So Mukku to fight two Billys back to back. That's gonna be rough for him. Let's see what happens. Either it's Mukku getting another chance at the finals against Universal Quantifier's Billy, or it's gonna be a Billy mirror. But that'll have to be decided shortly. So next up, Mukku vs Freyan, Billy vs Smile. I wonder why these Billy choices are so common in this game. I think there are quite a few players in our community playing as Billy, but it is a strong character with good damage output, so I can't fault them for that. I like to call this map the Hippo Village, although the buildings is Hippo Wall, but still it's a Hippo Village. And they've got that special building down the left that says building, or actually it says house on big letters at the top there. Funny map this. But getting back to the action, Billy actually getting low. And Mukku has found the way to bring in the offense. Especially with that surprise dynamite. Here again we see the definite difference in these two Billy's fighting style. You see it in the air play especially. Okay, both players with the meter up. Freya will actually utilize his meter but got punished for it. If you don't connect with that big anti-air, it's pretty easy to punish after. And make the look advantage on it. Still no punish on that big air jump. After the air jump is connected, or even if it's blocked, Billy moves back quite a bit, so it's difficult to actually punish it. And the recovery isn't that long. Maybe it's Kake Dynamite, something like Jedi Dynamite, who knows? Yeah, I'm gonna call it Kake Dynamite from now on. That special flaming circle attack from mine. Big meter special connecting from Freyan. Enough to actually get the win in. It's a close match. Let's see. It's all up in there. Both players able to take it, I'm sure. Big 3D play, followed by Katsuken. Yeah. Mukku playing the third dimension very well. If you noticed, most of the characters when they decide to dodge, they can decide to dodge up or dodge down. So to the foreground or the background, but if you just do a default dodge, it's gonna move to the background, not to the foreground. So if you wanna move to the foreground, you have to decide to do that 7-hit special combo for the huge damage there. And now Freya in real trouble, finished off with a throw. Okay, my takes the first of this best of 3. We are getting into the final fights. Mukku will have a chance, if he wins, to take out another Billy. We're gonna see 1 or 2 Billys in the final. Yeah. But if Mukku takes this, then he's gonna be well warmed up with the Billy play. So I'm sure that Universal Quantifier is gonna have to face a tougher opponent than he did just previously. So I'm expecting a 2-1 result in the finals. I'm not gonna say who's gonna take the 2 and who's gonna be left with the second place, but I'm calling it a 2-1 finish, not a 2-1 blowout in the finals. Let's see. Hadn't really pressure, but May is able to jump at the right time and get back to the offense. Time is on Billy's side and Faye's right side. Not anymore. Now it's too close to call. Both players are low on health. With that, Katsuken connecting and Mukku being able to get the opponent low on health on the last few seconds. So good play there on the low health and low block. Not committing overmuch, just doing just enough damage to win with a timeout there. Yeah, Fire Wheel didn't connect all the way. It's still a lot of damage, but that wasn't the whole damage potential of that sort of move. By getting dangerously over. With Freya doing a lot of jumping play. Let's see if Mai's gonna find the big anti-air to punish that. Freya is very active in the air with that stick attack from the yeah. That Kage Dynamite connects, blows up against that jump, so good punish against the jumping play. And as you saw, it immediately stopped Freya from jumping. Just a single punish against something that the opponent is doing is usually enough to break their game plan and make them reconsider. Wasn't enough, but it was a good counterplay by Mukku. Yeah, that's a panic move. The opponent is gonna start rolling up this huge fire circle and you start to panic, you start blocking, and then when you decide to do something about it, the fire wheel starts moving up against you and you're gonna take damage. So either you're gonna stand there and block for a really long time, or you're gonna react fast and you're gonna do something about it. But that's not the way to punish that fire wheel move. Mai went over and Freya read it perfectly. I was able to punish Mukku on the cooldown. Right. Freya up. Let's see if Mukku can bring a Mai win here. Or if Freya is able to make this a double beaded final. We of course already saw that double beaded play there in the very first match of the tournament. And after that, Universal Quantifier all the way has been able to blow out 2-0 all his games. So during that time, Freya has had to fight his way through the losers bracket with some tough matches here and there. So if Freya moves to the finals here, he's had the rubber road. That Fire Wheel moving a real problem for Mukku. Very good utility of that Fire Wheel for Freya, and we didn't see Quantify use it too much. Okay, that's match point. That's match point for Freya. One more win and he moves to the finals, all the way back into the losers bracket. Well read from mine. Didn't actually hit into the block, waited it out, let the opponent release the block and then attack. Good play. That was a definite mix up into the previous stuff. Kankatsu can play there. One connecting and two blocked. Mukku playing a little bit more projectile heavy game now. Biddy has good reach, but Mai's Katsuken will lie all across the board. So definitely the projectile has the longer reach. 4-hit combo there. I think that's the top punish for that air attack. So well read out, well planned, good punish. And good Kage Dynamite to punish that jumping. 4 hits followed up by Katsuken. And that's enough to give Mai the win here. Well done. Mukku won't go down without a strong fight. Let's see if that strong projectile play continues in the next fight here. Or maybe Freya will have a new plan to counter that. Mukku is not fond of jumping in super close. We saw both Freya and Universal Quantify do those anti-air pokes, but Mukku doesn't always jump in when very close. I do that a lot when I play myself. But Mukku is a solid ground play as well. 25 seconds left. Mai will need to bring the offense now before there's a risk of time running out. Or maybe a ring out, but it takes a lot of damage here. Even at the edge of the ball, it's gonna take a few hits. Nope. Not gonna get it. B, the game is yours with a fighting level of C. We are going to see a Universal Quantifier Freya Billy mirror match for the finals. So let's give it out to Billy. And one more time, if you would like to play one of these fighting games, or if you would like to play in the next Wednesday tournament, just hit me up on Twitter, or leave a message here on Twitch, and I will invite you to the community. You can talk about fighting games, and you can play for yourself, and it's free to join, and there are prizes for next Wednesday, when we are going to be doing some wrestling. But before the wrestling, we have a match to watch. We are gonna have the mirror match finish. Video grapple with the Yrjö finale. That will be the bar final. That's a high class, top of the class Billy final that we're gonna watch here. Awesome. Let's get in on the Billy action. Both players are ready and selecting Billy out of the menu there. So we're gonna see Black. Black led the Billy against the Jeans Billy. Universal quantifier with his huge pressure playing on the right in the Jeans color, and Freya's Y with his aerial play and huge mobility coming out from the left. So I think you'll be able to appreciate the difference in these two player styles. Now Universal quantifier of course jumping a little bit himself as well. And Freya, more used to it, I suppose, was able to get out the attack there. Universal quantifier very good at zoning, punishing the airplay there, and now with these long distance attacks, it's gonna be difficult for Freya to close this gap now. Freya is very good at zoning, and that's gonna be a big punish. 6-hit punish over that health special. Very low on health. Yeah. That big punish was enough. He didn't kill outright, but there was little that Freya could do after being so far down and being zoned out by Universal quantifier. Let's see if Universal quantifier is a punish. Does not! So the jumping seems very safe. No player has been able to outright punish that jumping with an immediate counter attack. Zoning play, strong zoning play, followed up by some pressure from Universal quantifier. And Freya is having trouble getting in close or getting some combos going. Very solid play from Universal quantifier. But I think that Universal quantifier spends a bit of time playing this game. Quite familiar with 3-part Fatal Fury. I think very familiar with the King of Fighters and Fatal Furies in general. I think I know that Freya in my previous match against him, so I'm happy to see him move to the finals with a strong showing today, all throughout losers bracket matches. But not enough yet. Universal quantifier takes the first win, now looking to take home the final on an all 2-0 play. I hope that Freya can tie up the series to 1-1 here on the finals. Let's see how it goes. So, guess hoping that Freya can bring it to a 1-1 status and we get a close final. Universal quantifier wants to hold on to his 2-0 streak with just keeping on winning and keeping on winning. Freya will not let it happen easily and avoided that jumping. Universal quantifier was trying to anticipate the jumping and Freya didn't fight. A lot of time left. Both players are dishing out huge damage, so we are not in a danger of block running out. We get the fast block. And a big anti-air super connecting the meter emptying out for a big finish. Still, even with that big finish, it's still a C+, so I think it's just a matter of time whether you get a higher class than C, because that was a special move finish. In other games you would have called that an S finish, not a C finish, regardless. One more and Universal quantifier takes home the apple juice certificate or voucher. Let's see if he can do it. And still no punish to that big air jump. Delayed jumping, good play. Was able to anticipate that anti-air poke from Universal quantifier. Yeah, and there we see that safe jump in again. No punish yet. A lot of jumping. Universal quantifier countering that with a throw. And a timeout. No timeout. Brayon was up by quite a bit. And Universal Quantifier on the last second was able to take home the big combo finish.